Hey Hansa, I'm Greg,
Hey, Hamza, I'm Joe.
and we're the co-founders of Youth to the People, and we're excited to be
Yeah,
here.
excited to chat a little bit today. We were fortunate that we're cousins. We grew up really close because we're both only children and we're close in age. So we grew up like brothers, but not brothers. So we had that trust and love, but not all the extra stuff I think that comes along with being siblings.
We grew up in the Bay Area, and so just outside in San Francisco, and just outside of the city.
Yeah, the greater San Francisco area, born and raised. Both of us born and raised, and had a great time there. I still actually live there in the greater Bay Area, and Greg's now down in Los Angeles. I had a great time there. I had a great time.
I had a great time.
I had a great time.
I thought you had a great time.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
The colors were bright.
Right.
Bright. Played sports, music, family was big. We're cousins, and we actually grew up in beauty. Our grandmother had a skincare line that she launched in 1979, and big family, 7 kids, 5 daughters that all got into the beauty industry. My mom was one of them, and so we spent a lot of times either at our grandmother's skincare business or at my mom's salon.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of color there too, because there were also a lot of hairdressers. So
A lot of
reds, oranges, pinks, purples, every hair color you can think of. So that was definitely a part of growing up. And we were out in nature a lot. Our whole family loves to be outdoors. We would camp together a lot, go on big hikes, things like that. So a lot of cool colors there as well. I realized it when I was in my early 20s, after university, started my first job, and pretty early on realized I enjoyed part of it and there was other things I didn't enjoy. And talking with Greg about what I was kind of going through and what I was thinking, and he was pretty much on the same path, and we realized, okay, let's do something together.
Yeah, I think it was, once we realized it was always there because our grandmother was just such an inspiration, and definitely like a family entrepreneur spirit. But I think we started to get inspired by just how powerful brands can be, how inspiring they are. And that's when we started to really think it would be really cool to do our own thing.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if I realized I had that entrepreneurial spirit, but as I look back and when I was in school and the things I studied, and I switched what I was studying and changed because I just never had that true passion for it. And then once we started to work at our family's company and learn that, I loved it. I knew I was, okay, I'm going to be an entrepreneur for the rest of my life.
Community is definitely at the forefront. That's why people is in the name. And I think the ingredients are so important in what we put in the products and formulas. So that's another big part. We really believe that the formulas need to deliver, and it doesn't matter how cool a brand is or what the concept is. We really want to focus on the product to make sure it delivers the promise. And I think creativity for the way the brand expresses itself, creativity of the individual, and just harnessing unique expression.
Yeah. Well said.
They're creative, they're passionate, they're advocates.
Into wellness and just enjoy life. Really seeing skincare evolve into not just, it was kind of all science and everybody was all natural, and what is clean and what is that. And right now I think we're at a great age where you can make clean products that are good for you, good for the planet, but still using the best of cosmetic science and the best from plants, which is something that we really harness in our brand. And it's great to see everyone kind of going along that path of that, what really means just really good products. It's exciting because I think there's a lot of cool ingredients that come from science, and we need to embrace that and get the best results.
Yeah, I also think past formulas, I think a cool trend is that more people can create their own brands, and there's like an easier path that you have an idea to actually get it made, and that just brings cooler things out to the market and different things that you won't see. And then I think just that pushes the level of everything. So love just to see like the continued kind of indie energy that's out there and only building.
as we were building the brand, it wasn't something we wrote, but as we evolved and we're building a team and having a great time together, we came up with a slogan is ingredients are our muse. And it's a brand motto that we really took to heart internally. So we're always searching for new ingredients, whether that's the next wellness ingredient, the next juice we're having, the next supplement we may be taking, or something we're finding at an ingredient show. There's a different cosmetics ingredient shows around the world we would go to and look for the up and coming ingredient. And for us, it's just that constant search. And then you find those ingredients and figure out what's the best way to use them in your products.
Yeah. And then I think on the other side of that, we have a motto that is we strive to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. And so when we're working on something, just to see how we're able to push ideas and bring something that maybe is unexpected to the campaign, to the product development, building an environment where you don't stay in the same place. So I think it's like you have to be out looking for new ingredients, new science and all of that, but it's a mentality that you also need to bring to everything you do.
Do it, go for it. The hardest thing to do is actually launch the brand. I think so many people get stuck, so just go for it. And then once you're launched, trust that gut instinct. One thing we learned along the way, and we're so happy we had each other, is as you get going and it's growing, a lot of people have opinions on how to make it better and do this. And those can be really helpful and you want to take them. But if your gut's telling you like, hey, this isn't right for this brand that I built, you got to stay away from it, regardless of what it could get you as a short-term gain. Those long-term gains aren't going to be worth it.
Yeah. And I think when you're launching a brand, you have an idea of all the things that it can be and what products or categories it can be. So like focusing, kind of simplifying it and shrinking it down to do less in the beginning. So then you can actually launch. It's huge. And then you can be known for something too. You kind of up the odds that people kind of know what you're best at, and then from there just saying no to a lot of things so you can say yes to the right things. And when the business starts to go well, you get opportunities, and it's like a lot of entrepreneurs are just like, let me figure it out, I'll find a way. And we learned through some good decisions and some tough ones that saying no is one of the kind of best strategies.
The power of no.
In personal life.
Our grandmother, she passed away a few years back, but she was definitely the inspo, and she saw the brand launch and the first few years, and right as we got into Sephora, she passed away. So I think if she were to be alive today, she'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And you're launching in Dubai, and what? It's unbelievable. So yeah, I think that would be a pretty cool thing.
I'd always want to have dinner with John Lennon.
That'd be a good round up. That'd be a good table.
That was a good table.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. Been very fortunate to go to a lot of places. Our favorite place trip together was probably to Rome. Just really loved it, and I'd always wanted to go as a kid, so to finally be able to make it, and
For me, I think I love to make music. So when I'm in the studio, when I'm sort of lost in just the process of making something. So I think, anything that kind of can allow me to zone into whatever I'm doing and block the noise of the everyday noise and everything going on. I love spending time in the studio.